You know, people often call me a hoarder of collectibles. Statues, memorabilia, autographs. And, you know, I don't get it. I mean, there's a spot over there. Well, that's going to be... All right, they might have a point. As the Extreme channel is pushing towards 50,000 subscribers, these are just a few of the statues we're giving away on the journey there. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. Now we're going to dive right in because I know your guys' time is precious. That's why you're watching a hoarder statue collection on YouTube. But this is kind of going to be an overview. I'm going to briefly talk about a lot of the pieces that are coming in. I'll mention some of the display stuff. There's going to be a lot of links in the description below for more information. And as a reminder, 95% of the things we're going to talk about, I have a detailed video on that particular piece. But as you walk down into the basement, a lot of autographed memorabilia from a lot of my favorite stuff. Friends, Star Wars, some other shows. So it's all authenticated by third parties like PSA and Beckett. We have some life-size busts up on the wall here. Pumpkinhead, one of my favorite characters growing up. The Queen Alien. That Pumpkinhead is custom. The Queen Alien is made by a group called HCG. And then some other Prime 1 Studio Pure Arts Alien Terminator pieces on the wall. Another thing I'm going to do today is some drastic changes that'll happen in the next 18 months. I'll kind of point out what those are. We have some autographed lightsabers from Mark Hamill, Adam Driver, and Daisy Ridley. So first over here we have a Star Wars display. Now, believe it or not, this is actually going for sale, not the display case, but all of these pieces are going up for sale at the end of this month. A big reason, if you're interested in any of these, make sure you not only like this video, but you subscribe to the channel and you hit that bell notification. Now, the cases that these are in are called Maji cases, so there will be a link in the description below for a video that talks all about the different case options. And before we dive into this, I want to let you know, after we sell off all of these pieces right here, these Star Wars pieces, in about a year or so, I'm actually going to replace Queen Studios Balrog. It's not a life-size bust, but huge bust will actually go right there. So diving in, saying goodbye to these pieces, I have the Hot Toys 1/4 scale Vader. Most of these are 1/4 scale over here, being 4 times smaller than an original version. The Sideshow Mythos Darth Maul up front, he's 1/5 scale. Sideshow Imperial Guards are back there. There's actually 2 of them. I recently sold the Emperor that was in between them. XM Studios Boba Fett. This is probably my favorite piece in the collection of the Star Wars pieces. Really big fan of that guy. Back there we have Sideshow's Kylo Ren with a custom portrait, unmasked portrait, which looks great. And Trooper on Bike, also by Sideshow Collectibles, all 1/4 scale. Down here, you have some evil people. You have Asajj Ventress, also from Sideshow's Mythos line. A custom Darth Revan. And Darth Malgus from Sideshow. Again, all these will be for sale. Don't message me, just wait for that video to launch. Sideshow's General Grievous. Some more Sideshow ladies down here. You have Rey and Jyn Erso with BB-8. These are premium formats / 1/4 scale. And then we have Yoda vs. Clone Trooper, Chewbacca, and Han Solo as a Stormtrooper. All from Sideshow Collectibles. You will see a few more Star Wars pieces that I'm keeping. Then here is a Silver Surfer display. I have a few other non-Silver Surfer characters in there for right now, and we'll talk about where those are going to go later. I also have approximately 6 more surfers on order that will take the place of some of these other characters. Now, one of the things I really like to do is I like to display slabs, so graded comics with a lot of these pieces. Now, Silver Surfer is my favorite character, that's why there's so many here. Also, another note, on these Maji cases, they actually have a front panel. It's an acrylic clear panel, and I removed them so there's not reflection for this tour here. But let's start up top. You have XM Studios, that's the company that made it, is Thanos and Lady Death. Absolutely amazing pieces. This is one of my favorite Silver Surfer storylines. This is where they were recruiting Thanos to help get the Infinity Gauntlet back from Nebula, but him and Surfer had to actually work out their differences to work on a team. So Doctor Strange sent them to another dimension to fight it out, kind of Knight style. They're on horses, and it was pretty cool. But this is a custom Silver Surfer. So custom means it's a private unlicensed commission. Generally, they only make 50 or so. I can't give you any information about anything that's custom down here, and there's a lot of it. And another a dark Silver Surfer Black variant slab #1. I love Donny Cates. But down below we have a custom thing, and my wife actually painted this. So this will be moved to another display where it'll be just Fantastic Four pieces, because I have quite a few of those on order as well. I recently reviewed this Doctor Doom. This is by a company called CO Signature Collectibles. I'm going to sell this in a few months. A lot of these pieces I will sell. Again, don't message me now, just subscribe to the channel. Some more covers. So one of the surfers I have coming in actually is from that cover. So it's a custom statue just like that cover. This surfer right here is actually my favorite piece in my collection of all of my different pieces. It's a custom, amazing piece. We have a custom Dormammu here. He's gonna go with the Fantastic Four display. Another slab Annihilation. Silver Savage, this is a custom. This is from Planet Hulk, where he actually was a slave and he had to fight off against Hulk. These are all 1/4 scale on this wall. Behind I have Avengers Age of Ultron. I have signatures from the entire cast, at least the main characters. Another custom Silver Surfer, and again I have reviews on each of these. You can check them out. And if you want to see more pictures and stuff like that, check out the social media. That is actually, there's a link for that in the description as well. Another custom Silver Surfer. This is unpainted. So this is what statues look like when they kind of come off the factory line before they get the paint going on. Down here you have another custom surfer. So this is chromed, so that's why the reflection is like it is. And he does have the Infinity Gauntlet, which there is comic basis for that from the What If series. Up here you have Sideshow pieces. So Sideshow is, they used to be at least the biggest manufacturer of statues. They have a lot more competitors nowadays. But this is their most recent Silver Surfer statue, which I'm a big fan of. And their old school Galactus, which I don't think will ever be beat. I think the Silver Surfer is still available. And it comes with a proximity piece, Nova Ray, who kind of took his place as Galactus' herald. Yeah, if you're interested in any statues from Sideshow or XM, check out the links in the description below. There's some affiliate links for Sideshow, Iron Studios, and Spec Fiction. So as we continue to work around, I'm going to give you a quick view over. Here is a bar/kitchen, which we'll look at in a second. Over there is my filming room. It's all X-Men statues in that room. We have a theater room with Transformers, and then we'll go look farther down that. But up here we have my Hulk collection. So if you're a follower of the channel, you know that I had at my office an entire wall of Hulks. And I actually have a room tour at my office. If you want to see more at my office, I'll put that link in the description as well. But up top here, these are all 1/4 scale. We have a custom Rolk General Ross Hulk, smashing a Hulk Buster. We have XM Studios. You're going to hear a lot of the same manufacturers over and over again. Their Hulk transformation. And then a custom Gray Hulk. So if you're unfamiliar, Hulk was supposed to be green, but the printing came out gray. So then they eventually fixed that. So here's a custom Maestro. So Maestro is Hulk from a multiverse, a different universe where he's pretty evil. And you can see he destroyed pretty much everybody in the Marvel world below. Custom little Stan Lee figure right there. And then Scar. So Scar is actually Planet Hulk storyline, well, spawned from that. He is Hulk's son, believe it or not. Another cover back there. Down below, a custom Hulk right here, custom green Hulk with multiple portraits you can see down there. Most of these statues have different display and switch out options. And then XM Studios Hulk Buster, probably arguably one of the best pieces they've ever made. So again, this is kind of in the basement. We have a little bar area going on here. We're alcoholics, but we're aware that we are. So Prime 1 calendar. Mostly what we drink is hard liquor. We have a 3-tap keg and a Bartesian. This is kind of like a Keurig, but it makes your drinks for you. But a few Omnis and stuff I'm reading right now. we're big seltzer people. We like low-calorie alcoholic drinks, so we have a little bit of seltzer in there. And then a little bit of seltzer in here, just a little bit. So moving on, some more autographed memorabilia on the wall here. Some comedy stuff. My favorite comedy groups, the Impractical Jokers. I've met all those guys multiple times, actually, separately and together. Anthony Jeselnik, who I love. This was a collaboration right here between XM Studios and Legendary Beast Studio. So this is Thor. Amazing base. Tells this huge story. This is 1/3 scale, so 1/3 is bigger than 1/4, in case you failed in the public schooling system. Some drinking games. A lot of fun in the kitchen there. It's a bar, but I call it a kitchen. This is a Transformers display. So this display will be leaving here in about 12 to 18 months. I'm going to be selling all these pieces. Don't message me now. They're sticking around for a while. I'm not reserving them for anybody. These are kind of Generation 1 pieces. First, we have XM Studios Soundwave. So this is Generation 1 with kind of their own twist on it. It's an awesome statue. These are 1/10 scale, and they all come with proximity pieces. So that's what Soundwave transformed into, a tape deck. And for those young people out there, that's how we used to listen to music. So I don't have any lights hooked up to these down here. But here we have Nemesis Prime, which is kind of like an evil version of Optimus Prime, made by the same company. Transforms into this. These are 1/10 scale. I don't know if I said that or not. But gonna remove all these shelves. These shelves, again, there's a link in the description below to check out what kind of display shelves to use. They're gonna be gone, and we're gonna replace those Star Wars Maja cases right here, and this is where a Fantastic Four display is gonna be. But we have some Transformer Beast Wars stuff. We got Optimal Prime down here. This is by Prime 1 Studio. And then their Megatron from Beast Wars, also by Prime 1 Studio. Then moving up, we have Imaginarium Arts. This is Devastator, probably one of the biggest statues I have. Facing off against XM Studios Grimlock. And then there's Grimlock's proximity piece. And again, if you want more detail on these, I have videos on every single one. Here we have Starscream, also by XM Studio, who changed into that proximity jet you just saw. Honestly, probably my favorite piece. Over here, Coldest Water Bottle did sponsor this video. Check out the link in the description below. They not only have coolers, but water bottles that keep stuff cold longer than anyone else on the market. And this is the room that I film my videos in. So some of you may recognize this immediately. Some of you, if this is your first time here, you're just seeing it. This is my X-Men room, and we're gonna save this for last because in my opinion, it's my favorite. But there's my Mac that I do all my editing on. Some stools around the bar. I also use air purification throughout to help with dust, because dust is a big problem, obviously. And then here's the theater room. Some of my favorite sports teams. You're going to see more stuff upstairs with those. Theater-style chairs with light-up features and all that good stuff, ports. And then some lighting on top that can actually change colors and move in different directions. So let's continue with Transformers, but we're going to move over to the movie-based Transformers. So these are often called Bayformers because Michael Bay went down this route. These are also going to disappear in the next 12 to 24 months. Not only the Transformers am I going to sell, but I'm going to get rid of these display cases. And I have some life-size pieces coming. So Queen Studios, Mark 7, life-size Iron Man will go on one side of the TV here. And their life-size Spider-Man will go on the other side of the TV here. But let's look at what's here right now. So all of these are made by Prime 1 Studio. First we have Jazz, followed by my favorite. This is Jet Power Prime. And if you're wondering price on stuff like this, like Jazz, I think I got for $800. This guy, his retail was $3,000. So it kind of varies in that range. We have Drift from the 5th movie, which I thought was god-awful. Down below, and again, the lighting and display cases, I have links on those in the description below. We have Ratchet, followed by Bumblebee. Now you'll notice another Transformer way back there. His base was broken, so I really didn't have a choice on anywhere to put him. And then Ironhide, probably, arguably one of my top favorites. Again, all by Prime 1 Studios. These are also 1/10 scale. Then here in the middle, Shockwave is bigger than all of them, as you can see. It's hard to even display him on a shelf, so I just have some shelving below him there. He is still underscaled, actually. 1/10 scale, he'd probably be a little bit bigger because he was absolutely gigantic. But he's an amazing piece. 4 huge boxes he came in. Lockdown from the 4th movie, I believe. Very cool character. Horrible movie as well. Sentinel Prime from Dark Side of the Moon, the 3rd movie. This is my most recent acquisition. I do have Blackout coming, so one more coming. I'll be able to enjoy him for a while before I sell all this stuff off. I really like... I'm drawing a blank on this guy's name. This is gonna kill me. I really like this character. It's from the 1st movie. Well, and he was also reiterated a different version in another movie, but he was the cop car that went after Sam Witwicky. God, that's gonna drive me nuts. Down here we have Galvatron. Also from the 4th movie, I believe, kind of a new evil version of Megatron. And Megatron right here. This is from the 3rd movie, maybe. I don't remember. He was in all the movies. He had a different version of him later down the road. That gold one, I have a video on that gold one. It was the most destroyed statue I've ever gotten. Now, these are also by Prime 1 Studios. These are some Generation 1. These are non-scaled, but I'd probably say they're about 1/14 scale, 1/15 scale. But we have Megatron and Optimus Prime. Again, another air filter, air purifier. Some more memorabilia on the walls. So some collages from my favorite movies, autographed by the key members of the cast. You got Avatar, there's Terminator back there. A lot of my statues do cover up the memorabilia, which I don't like, but I'm a hoarder. This is what I call my throne wall. So a few things going on here. I apologize for the pulsating light. It's just that way on camera. It's not that way in real life. And I do have a number of pieces coming in to fill this in, but I've tried to kind of keep this the same. So really powerful villains up top. We got Apocalypse from Marvel. And we're going to see another Apocalypse statue here. We have Thanos. These two are custom pieces. Most of the thrones are custom pieces. This is a custom piece as well. Another Silver Surfer slab. And you know, I've taken pieces from some of my other statues. While he did come with a number of fallen warriors at the base, I've added some. So like that is actually a switch out on a Silver Surfer statue. That's an extra display I had for Dormammu, Deadpool. This is from Thanos Quest here. Galactus next to him. While Galactus obviously isn't scaled correctly, just get over it. Then I have some empty spots here. Now these two right here, a custom commissioner sent me these, and I have one more coming. I'm going to do a video on those soon, but then I have to send them back to him. So they're just in a temporary spot. But I have a Darkseid coming. So then we're going to switch over to DC here. Custom Darkseid, and then Batman and Batman Who Laughs. Now there is another Batman down over here. Not a fan of this guy anymore. I was for a long time, but he'll be going up for sale sometime in the next 6 months. Deadpool. Sticking with Marvel to the left here. Namor. One of my favorite guys growing up, and I think he looks great next to this custom Doctor Doom. All these are custom pieces, these last 3 here. Here's a non-custom piece. This is by Sideshow. This is one of the most expensive statues I've bought when this came out. I went up for PO, man, probably 5-6 years ago now. Prior to then, I was in the $400 to $600 range, and this was $1,300. Custom Loki statue. This one's great. Check out the review. I think it was the first review I ever did on YouTube over 3 years ago. But amazing throne on that. Then next to him is Thor, so I like kind of an Avengers type theme. Now this is Unworthy Thor, so it's from a different storyline, hence the arm and the short hair. Now a lot of these also have like light up features that I never use. Thor does, this guy does, Thanos does. So this guy is Mr. Sinister, and this is based off the Age of Apocalypse, which is kind of when Apocalypse rules the world, the X-Men are defeated. You can even see Cyclops' head and Wolverine's arm in there. You're going to see an Age of Apocalypse Wolverine later. Down here's another Doctor Doom. So this is just a temporary placeholder. He's going to go with the Fantastic Four display when I set it up. But another Doctor Doom on throne. Then we have a custom Hulk. All those that we just looked at were customs. Now, Queen Studios recently came out with a Hulk that's better than this one. This next one I don't like to talk about because this was a prototype piece. And I bought this and reviewed it. And the person who was doing this custom ended up taking a bunch, not a bunch, but took everybody's money, including mine. He still had $1,500 of my money and he ran. So it's a Black Panther. It is a cool piece, but it's a piece of shit that stole everybody's money. Next we have Lord Dracon. Now I probably will sell this in the next year or so because I do need a little bit more throne space. Then we have Khaleesi Daenerys. This is we're back to license piece, one license piece here. This is made by Prime 1 Studios collaborating with Blitzway. Then we got a couple customs. We got Ifrit, Final Fantasy on a throne. I will be selling him, but I already have a buyer. Bam Collectibles said if I ever sell him, I got to go to him first. And when Bam speaks, you listen. And then we have a custom Hellboy. So this wall, as we're getting to this section right here, just a little bit of a game room area. We have the throne wall. We have some video game pieces we're going to talk about. Shuffleboard table. And then it's all 1/3 DC. So we'll hit that second to last and I'll go into some more detail. But before we look at the video game pieces, there is a Batman vs. Superman signed by the three main characters, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. These are my favorite video games growing up. So a number of Street Fighter pieces. These are all made by PCS. I do have more coming in. One's a custom M. Bison on Throne, so that guy, I'll sell him eventually. We got some more PCS, so that's the name of the company that made these. And then Prime 1 Studio, which you heard a few different times, and you're going to hear a lot more. Ryu's statue. Yes, that's how it's pronounced. If you don't like it, go cry to your mom. Down below, some really nostalgic stuff for me. So this is First Four Figures. First Four Figures, Bowser right there. Mario, Sonic. And I have their Mega Man actually arriving today, so I will do a review on that. You'll see that in the next month. Another reason to make sure you've subscribed to the channel and hit that bell notification. I'm going to have them replace this Calvin and Hobbes. So this is a custom piece. Calvin and Hobbes, I am addicted to. I have been since I was young. It's one of my favorite things. I don't have my main arcade turned on right now, so this has 5,000 different classic games I grew up with. Everything from Street Fighter to Mario to Pong. Now below that, behind this next setup here, we have autographed Clerks. I'm a big Kevin Smith fan. Autographed Jack Nicholson. And an autographed Rocky display signed by Sylvester Stallone. So here we have some life-size stuff. Now I've really narrowed down my life-size collection. There are some stuff upstairs we're going to look at. But we have a Han Solo and Carbonite. ECC is the name of the company that made this guy in the back. Lycan from Underworld. Then we have ECC Mohawk Gremlin from Gremlins 2. This is a custom T-1000. And then Queen Studios Arnold Schwarzenegger. And like some of the ones you're going to see upstairs, this is actually silicone, so it looks like real skin. Looks pretty amazing. And like price tag on that guy, I want to say the retail was $3,000. A few props, life-size Harry Potter signed wand, authenticated, Biff's cane from the future. This is actually a good supporter of the channel sent that to me. Here's a custom Mando helmet. We have a Little Shop of Horrors, Audrey 2, ECC's Gremlin. I have a few more busts that will probably fill in right here with a shelf that are coming. So as we move to the 1/3 DC pieces, the walls behind them are hoarded with autographed memorabilia. I'm not even going to go over those. I have in a few other videos, but it's just from some of my favorite films and favorite actors. But this setup right here is fairly new. The pieces aren't. And you'll see a lot of empty pieces here. This is all DC movies. So from the DC universe, They're all 1/3 scale. Everything we're going to look at in the upcoming room is 1/3 scale. So Bane, obviously from The Dark Knight, that's by Prime 1 Studio. Queen Studio, Bale Batman and Heath Ledger Joker. Prime 1 Studio, Batfleck Tactical version. J&D Wonder Woman. This is my favorite 1/3 scale statue. Silicone skin, just unbelievable likeness. It's simple, which usually I like stuff more elaborate, but... And then we have Joaquin Phoenix Joker. So I actually have a custom Michael Keaton Batman that will go in the middle here. Then I have Prime 1 Studios Val Kilmer Batman that will go next to it. I'm probably going to order a Robert Pattinson Batman. The day I'm filming this, I actually go see the movie tomorrow. It just came out this weekend. And Queen Studios Heath Ledger Cop is going right below there. And then I'll have some more Justice League pieces like Steppenwolf and Superman going in that back row there. Kind of the Zack Snyder Justice League version. So as we move into here, we move into comic. So this is still DC, it's still 1/3 scale. And this room, for the most part, is pretty much complete with a few exceptions. Right here you have Batman Who Laughs. Batman Who Laughs is from the Dark Knight Metal storyline where there's kind of a multiverse and there's different versions of Bruce Wayne. So this one he's kind of merged with Joker. And this is actually going to move, and a Wonder Woman piece is going to go there, because this entire wall is going to be that line. So I like I said, I love the slabs. So I'm getting the Merciless statue. That's actually en route right now. That'll go right there. And I'm going to put the slabs below in the empty spaces. But the statues will go on top. I have the Superman. And we're going to see a similar one upstairs, but it's a smaller scale. Then Batman Who Laughs will actually go right there. The slab will go below. We have Red Death. That's where he merged with Flash. This is where he merges with Green Lantern. The Grim Knight, he's going to go there. And then the Joker Dragon is going to go right there. Big shout out to another big supporter of the channel, Joe, who sent that to me. Very cool guy, very cool collector. Then all of these comic pieces we'll go over very quickly, but the front row is all Batman. So you have, and I think all of these are by Prime 1 Studio. They are. So Prime 1 Studio made everything that's in this room with one exception of something that's coming. But you have the Freeze, the XE Batman, you have Batman Hush, and also I've utilized the spaces below to display the extra portraits. The Arkham Knight from the video game I've never played. You'll notice the empty spot here. I'm getting a black suited Batman. It's a custom. It'll be the only non-Prime 1 Studio, but it is 1/3 scale. Then you have the Dark Knight, not the movie Dark Knight, but the comic Dark Knight. We have Cyborg Superman, aka Hank Henshaw, because we move over here to kind of a mix of DC stuff. So as I said, Wonder Woman versus Hydra will be going there. We have Lobo, the best Superman statue ever made, Superman Hush, Zod, Doomsday, Scarecrow, Two-Face, their newest Harley Quinn, Bermejo Joker, my favorite comic Joker statue, Hush Poison Ivy, again all these are by Prime 1 Studio, Mr. Freeze, and Killer Croc. So as we back up here, just kind of give you a layout of the room, what it's going to look like. And again, tons of autograph stuff on the wall behind all that. Here's a view of this stuff again. And then back the way we came from. And we'll go and hit the X-Men. So I've made a lot more space down here if you've checked out some of the previous room tours. By selling a lot of statues, kind of rearranging things, and then it's kind of overflowed upstairs, which is what you're going to look at as well. I've been pretty good, but... So I want to start over here. This is my classic X-Men wall. The top is all X-Men vs. Sentinels, for the most part. And this room is almost complete. I have a few more pieces come in, like I have a Kitty Pryde statue that I'm going to rearrange the women to get in there. But we have a custom Beast vs. Sentinel down here. A custom Nightcrawler right above it. And then some of my favorite pieces. Very elaborate Iceman vs. Sentinel right here. Back below flying, you have XM Studios Storm, and I actually have her on a riser to give that effect, a clear acrylic riser. You have Cyclops versus Sentinel. Those are all, the Iceman is custom, Storm is made by XM Studio, Cyclops is custom, XM Studio made this Gambit right here I'm a big fan of. Then we have a custom Wolverine. This will be, in 2 months this is gonna sell. We have a custom Rogue ripping apart a Sentinel's head. These are all 1/4 scale in this room. Every single thing is 1/4 scale. We have a Banshee that just ripped apart a Sentinel head. It's flying out of it. That's custom as well. XM Studios made this Professor X in the futuristic chair. Here we have one of my favorite pieces, one of the pieces that kind of started this whole entire custom line is this custom Magneto. Now this piece is actually going to move down where Deadpool is, because I have a Colossus ripping a Sentinel head that'll go up there. So it'll be all members of the X-Men, and then the villains will kind of go below. So we'll come back to these in a second, but here you have more X-Men. Jubilee fighting a Sentinel. X-23 back there fighting a Sentinel. And Psylocke, who just ripped a Sentinel's hand in half. Then below, I have this Wolverine collection, different phases of Wolverine. So these are, oh, by the way, Jubilee and Psylocke were custom, and X-23 was by Sideshow Collectibles. So this is a custom right here, this Wolverine, where he just destroyed all of his enemies. Another custom, Soldier Wolverine, Soldier Logan. Here's that Age of Apocalypse where I told you that Wolverine had his hand ripped off. My wife actually painted that one. And then we have XM Studios Weapon X. Then more iterations of Wolverine over here, and there's even more on the other wall. We have a Samurai Wolverine, amazing piece. Has a different display option for his torso. That's a custom. Sideshow made this Wolverine up front here. Yellow suited Wolverine. Then we have more Wolverines. These are both custom. One is another Weapon X. And then Wolverine with wolves, Old Man Logan type deal. So here we have, kind of give you a look at this display. Here we have kind of the X-Men enemies. First, a custom Omega Red, amazing piece, has 7 different portraits. We have Sideshow's Mystique, and again, if you want any Sideshow or Iron Studios or XM stuff, check out the affiliate links in the description. One of my favorite pieces, this custom Sabretooth, professionally painted. Amazing. The first Sabretooth slab. A custom Sinister and Madeline Pryor statue. Then eventually this will be that Magneto, but right now it's this custom Deadpool. You'll see this review launch very, very soon. It's crazy. This XM Studios Dark Phoenix is going to stay where it's at. Amazing piece. And then I have my most recent XM piece, Apocalypse. Got this from Cosmic Chase Collectibles. Amazing. Now, this is a Dark Phoenix, and if you don't follow X-Men stories, you know, that close, there's this storyline where it's called the Phoenix Force or the Phoenix 5, where after Jean Grey died, it was actually released into a number of different people. Namely, these 5 characters here. So obviously, Cyclops up front, I know he looks different. Colossus in back, Namor, Emma, and Magic. So they actually had the power of the Phoenix Force inside of them, the Dark Phoenix that took over Jean Grey. So that's what these statues are. These are all custom. They were from one custom group that no longer operates. And again, I can't give you any of the information on the customs. I do apologize. So then moving on to the other X-Men wall we have over here, that we're going to change up a little bit. Oh, and by the way, tons of music memorabilia in this room, from autographed LPs from my favorite artists, John Williams, Eminem, Avril Lavigne, Five Finger Death Punch, signed guitars from Michael Jackson, Luke Bryan. Again, not going into much detail, but those are pretty cool in my opinion. So starting up top here, 2 custom pieces. One is a realistic Juggernaut. This is not from the X-Men 3 movie, even though it looks like it. I'm a big fan of this piece. Most people don't like it, but I'm a big fan. But they do like this Archangel, best Archangel statue on the market. It is a custom, long sold out. Then down below, some Magneto statues I couldn't give up. So either this guy or the one below it. These are both custom. Still all 1/4 scale. I'm going to sell eventually because I'm getting XM Studios 1/3 scale Magneto in a red costume. And then I still have this one as well. Now we're going to see some more Magneto statues down the line. So here we have kind of an X-Force, which is, a variant of the X-Men team. We have 2 Wolverines, X-Force Wolverines, where they're just kicking ass and taking names. Tons of switch out and display options on these. We have the X-Force Deadpool. In one of these, I haven't decided which one, but in 2 months, either this guy or this guy will be up for sale. It's definitely going to be one of them. Then down below, we have XM, and they're all custom, other than the Deadpool. That was by Sideshow Collectibles. Then XM Studios made this cable. I'm a big fan of it. People who are true comic book don't necessarily like it. Then this Deadpool custom diorama down here, that's going to be up for sale in 2 months as well, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Now, if you're watching this after the fact, this is launching in March of 2022, so... Next, we have some Wolverine Dioramas. So first is a custom Brown Wolverine vs. Ninjas. This guy's going to stay in the collection. Like I said, a lot of the ones I'm selling here, I'm making room for new ones. This one will be up for sale in 2 months as well. This is one of the coolest pieces I've ever seen in person. I just hate how much room it takes up. So incredibly realistic. Another custom Old Man Logan vs. Maestro piece. And Sideshow's Hulk vs. Wolverine Maquette. Mine is custom gray painted. They only came in green, so if you're looking at this and this is your first time seeing it, this was a custom paint job. Some more Wolverine dioramas. In the back, he is kicking Sabretooth's ass. Custom, 1/4 scale. Father of the Sins, final chapter, slab. Then Deadpool vs. Wolverine, the best matchup ever, because it never ends. And again, a custom piece. So right here, we have XM Studios White Magneto. Very underrated piece in my opinion. And then we have a custom Magneto you can see back here. So this is one that I recently reviewed on the channel, and my wife is custom painting it black, or not custom, she's painting it black. It is a custom piece, she's painting it, so I'll have a black suited Magneto along with the white suited Magneto. So again, if you like stuff like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, you hit that like button, because I release content a couple times a week, and you can see a lot of this cool stuff. So this is everything that's in the basement here. And it still, in my opinion, has a lot of work to do. But let's head upstairs and check some of that stuff out as we do one last look over of everything. All right, so now we're heading up to the upstairs, which is kind of the overflow I was talking to you about. Now, unfortunately, we have a snowstorm coming, so the lighting sucks in here. Plus, I haven't installed the lighting yet. But we're going to kind of take a look, and this is where we'll end the collection. But first, up here is most of the sports memorabilia. I've talked about it in previous videos, but everything from Mike Tyson, Walter Payton, Muhammad Ali. Some of my favorite sports teams, and yes, I know they suck. Of course, Michael Jordan, so all that's autographed and authenticated like everything you saw downstairs. And we're not going to spend a lot of time on that, but these are the Samurai collection. So this is by XM Studios. They're 1/4 scale, and they are Batman and Batman-related characters, everything from Joker to Poison Ivy. And there are 2 more pieces coming to this collection. This Red Hood right here, and the Penguin. So I'm gonna have to get creative on how I put those, but we have a couple Batman pieces, Nightwing, Robin, and Batgirl over here. And of course, once I get some custom lighting installed, this will look much better. We have the Bane, Joker, Deathstroke, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman. And then over here are the DC realistic busts. So these are also in those Magia cases, and I kept the front panels on here to kind of show you. There's not as bad reflection up here. But I do have a few more pieces coming to this collection. So I have these two Joker pieces. One is a custom Jack Nicholson, and the other is Queen Studios' Joaquin Phoenix. And that should be here actually very soon. And what I love about these is the realism. I mean, this really looks like Michael Keaton. This is a custom right here by the same producer, this custom Reeves statue. This is one of Queen Studios' unlicensed pieces they made back in the day of Heath Ledger. Queen Studios also made this piece right here of Wonder Woman. So these are my movie DC busts. We have Henry Cavill, custom piece. And then Queen Studios' Batfleck right here. And even when you're looking at some of the detail, it's pretty mind-blowing. And then we have a half scale. So this is a half the size of what he would be in real life. I bought this right before the Snyder Cut was released, and I'm really glad that I did. Now moving over here, this is a new display. I haven't done the lighting because I'm going to redo the display a little bit. But this is where I'm housing the 1/4 DC collection. So this Superman up here is actually a giveaway that we're doing in about 500 subs. So make sure you've subscribed to the channel to get that guy. But we have a Sinestro right there. And next to him, we're actually going to put Atrocitus, this guy right here. And then I'm always on the lookout for a Green Lantern. But that's a custom piece, both of those are. Brainiac is by Prime One Studio. It's actually based off Injustice 2. We have a lot of Sideshow pieces over here. So Sideshow made the Scarecrow, Bane, and the Nightmare Batman back there. This custom Riddler statue is very special to me. Next to Sideshow Harley and Joker. And some more pieces I'm adding to this include this Bane right here. It's a custom piece. As well as Clayface, King Shark, Killer Croc, all customs. Prime One Studios Justice Buster will go here as well. Now with that, I'm going to be selling some of these off. Again, I do that through the channel, so just make sure you're subscribed. We have a custom Flash back here, and then a bunch of Supermans, a custom regeneration suit, custom Clark Kent transformation, and a pretty cool Superboy right here. A Batman kind of in his chair here. Actually see his cave in the back over there. And here we have some movie pieces. I'm actually going to be getting rid of these Jokers again in about 2-3 months. Make sure to watch for that video. So these are custom Jack Nicholson Jokers. And then we have Tweeter Heads, Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. Then a custom Penguin. So this isn't modeled after Danny DeVito, and I will be keeping this one. And then one of my favorite pieces, this giant Aquaman statue right here. Now the shelves that these are on, we looked at downstairs. Again, there's a link to buy these on Amazon in the description below. And I'm going to be redoing this because all those pieces coming in, I have to kind of reconfigure this, mainly due to height. But that is the end. Another quick look of the upstairs. We will be giving all of these statues away, plus additional ones at every 5,000 subscriber milestone. To win one of these statues, all you have to do is make sure you've liked this video, you've subscribed to the channel, you've hit that bell notification, and then just drop a comment below. Every 5,000 subscriber milestone, we are going to do a random drawing and pick a random comment and give one of these statues away, plus some additional ones I'm not showing right now. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. Hey guys, thanks for hanging in that long. I really appreciate it. If you liked some of the stuff you saw today, please hit that subscribe button with that bell notification. Also drop a like on this video so more people can see it. And again, if you're looking for any of that stuff, if you're looking to buy statues, water bottles, game chairs, check out the links in the description below and make sure to follow me on social media. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. Take care.